Zephyr Rapids has begun to develop substantially since my last recording.
Coffee, fuel of the modern economy.
Here's a brief tour.
The Italian tradition of burning beans and drinking the bitter bean juice. At Burn Bean Coffee, our environment is perfect for all of your work needs. There's no better place to be distracted than the Burn Bean Coffee Shop and Cafe. Our coffee technicians are trained to make a variety of coffees and sugary coffee-themed drinks just as you like it, all while generally making more noise than anyone could reasonably ignore. So drink up and let the productivity flow. Sippy sip coffee fans, Burn Bean Coffee. Get it while it's hot. Due to recent court actions, we are required to warn against drinking hot coffee.
Soybeans, fungi, wheatgrass, kelp, algae, microgreens, and giant potatoes. Even inebriating beverages for our less enlightened colonists. Unlike you irrational earthlings, we Martians, of course, only eat for sustenance and maximum nutritional value. Food isn't fun. Food is fuel.
Amusing advertisements there. Alright, on with the tour. In this western section, or central section of the city limits here, South Meadowlark is my first attempt at developing farmland. I've also placed a elementary school and an elder care facility in this area. On a rather grim note, I've also added a cemetery. I figured that would be a good thing to place in the area as well. I also have one of the police precincts out here. Since it's this far out, in this particular case, it's the county sheriff's department instead of the Zephyr Rapids police. Basically, anything between this rail line and this highway here is going to be the Meadowlark area. And anything between that highway and that rail line is going to be dedicated to farmland development. By contrast, anything between this 4-lane road and this side of the rail line is going to be my first high-density commercial and office space development. The industrial center is already developed fairly well, as you can see here. In this particular case, the district is called South Banks. This is going to be the dedicated industrial and manufacturing district for Zephyr Rapids. And South Banks Precinct right here. We also have a number of taxi stands, taxi depots. I decided to add my first public transport as well. I've also added a second landfill because I've begun to realize that with all of the garbage trucks dispatched at once, one landfill wasn't enough to cover the entire breadth of the city limits. For now, my sewage system is functioning at normal capacity. I still have the coal plant. I was experiencing some trouble with that earlier, but thankfully that seems to have been remedied. It appears that I do have a steady stream of coal and a steady supply of coal to power the plant, so I don't seem to need to worry about that for the time being. Although, just to be on the safe side, I have a backup option here. I've replaced all of the standard wind turbines that I've placed in this area during the last video with 2 advanced turbines at the very edge of the river on the north side here. Each of them produce 20 megawatts each. So between the 2 of these, under ideal conditions, they can generate just as many megawatts as the coal plant, so I think I'm in good shape for the power grid here. The commercial district, excuse me, the commercial district has also begun to develop to a larger degree. I have another taxi stand here. I've noticed that, at least early in the game, the commercial zoned areas have developed at a far slower pace than either the residential or industrial zoned areas. And as you can see here, well, I decided to call the primary commercial zone for Zephyr Rapids the North Banks. I don't know what I'm going to call that central portion. I haven't gotten that far yet. But this residential area is called Olive Plains. It's eventually going to develop into a large suburb of an urban area. And again, I have another police station, specifically for Olive Plains. There are 3 taxi stands in Olive Plains right now. Moving from north to south here. I've also opened up a university, Zephyr Rapids Technical University here. Overall, I've developed the town to a fairly respectable degree at this point, but it can move forward. I have more space for residential areas here. The first high school has been placed here, along with an adjacent basketball and tennis court. And I'm hoping that the commercial zoned areas along the peripheral of North Banks here will also develop alongside this empty residential section. So let's go ahead and unpause this and see what happens. I've also opened a child care clinic and an elder care clinic. Oh, I see a problem here. This taxi stand, it isn't powered yet, but it will be after the residential area develops. I'm not going to worry about that right now. What matters right now is that there is a taxi stand at the far north edge of the city here. People are happy about the university and the innovations I've put in place here. Plenty of parks. Oh, what's this? Pause. Alright, I need to extend the water system. Let's see here. Yeah, just as I thought. Alright, let's go ahead and extend this a bit outward to the edge of that hash mark there, like so. And then move this water line further to the west. Make sure it's at a 90-degree angle from the point of origin and connect it to this line underneath the river here, which I can't do. Okay, let's go ahead and try this for now. Okay, I stand corrected. That is connected to the water line under the river, so I don't need to worry about that right now. Oh, and there's another problem. That other taxi stand, it's also unpowered. I'll wait on that. Those aren't actually a priority until the area develops around them, so there's no reason to get hasty. High energy plankton wafer hits the food market. That sounds very appetizing. If you'll give me one moment, please. Okay, commercial development is in demand right now, according to the lower right portion of the screen. Is there any development? Pause again. Looks like I have an abandoned building here. I'll demolish that. There we go. Now what's... Alright, that's zoned as commercial. Need to make sure all of these zoning areas are actually filled. Let me take a look at that again. I think that's good enough for now. Unpause. See how South Meadowlark is doing. That's the only thing about South Meadowlark. It's not developing very quickly. It's fully powered, it's fully watered. But there isn't much out here besides the Elder Care Center and the elementary school out here, which actually is near capacity right now. Saw a prompt for the elder. Let's see here. Elder Care. Operating normally. There are no visitors. There are no users in the city. Not yet. But it's good to have it just in case. Unpause again. No taxis in queue here at this stand. I may have jumped the gun a bit in forming a public transport system for the town. But at the same time, it's better to develop it earlier rather than later if you can. How are these wind turbines doing? Alright, good. They are generating 20 megawatts each. Excellent. What's this? Ah, blasted. The garbage trucks are overdue in this area. Let me take a quick look at the landfills. They've already dispatched 7 out of 15 garbage trucks from this landfill and 12 out of 15 from this landfill. Which means more than half of them are already out there. Okay. Okay, they've reached this area. That's good. Looks like the residential area is developing along these roads and cul-de-sacs here. What about this taxi depot here? Pause. Okay, there is one taxi in use at this time from this depot. That's going to increase as the town grows larger. Go ahead and unpause here. And what's this? I have a warning from this business here. Not enough educated workers. There are 4 jobs available, but there are also 6 educated positions and 3 well-educated positions that have yet to be filled. Alright, I'm glad I built that university then. What kind of shop is this anyway? Organic foods. Alright. Okay, it looks like the North Bank's commercial area is beginning to develop further. That's excellent. It's always going to be slow, but as long as it starts, I don't have any cause to complain. All it has to do is stretch outward in this direction. Unpause. I've been pausing too frequently here. Let's see, how many university students are there right now? None yet. A building just upgraded, that's what that chime means. And another one. What's this, a library? Ah, dang it. The organic foods has been abandoned, so I'll go ahead and demolish that. Make sure the zoning is intact. It is. Okay, unpause. That's what eventually happens when you don't have enough qualified workers for a business. It just closes down. And ends up becoming abandoned, so you need to either demolish it or wait for it to redevelop at a later time. I usually just try to speed up the process and demolish it. Let me take a look at this upgraded building here. It's a residence. The Orchard Residence. Okay. 3 adults, 3 teenagers, and 3 children live in the residence, a total of 9. 3 educated occupants and 6 uneducated occupants. That's all demographic information. What about this really big one here? That's enormous. 14 people live in that house. In this particular case, 7 educated and 7 uneducated occupants are in that house right now. Alright, let's zoom out a bit. Unpause. Now what's this? Another prompt? They need more workers. That's what the problem is. Okay, there are nearly 2,500 residents in the town right now. Very good. And the northern section of Olive Plains is slowly beginning to develop here.
Pernu apparel, Italian leather, Italian threading. Pernu is Italian for jean jacket. We take the second best of Milan and with an appropriate markup, bring it to you. Just because you don't have taste doesn't mean you shouldn't have pants.
Oh, what's wrong with
Pernu
this?
apparel, clothes, but not quite.
At the Forest Foundation, we care about 3 things. Tree things, nature things, and the third thing, bird things.
Okay,
The homes
pause.
of native birds are being destroyed at an alarming rate. That's why our goal is to give a birdhouse to every bird on Earth. Humans stopped living in trees ages ago. It's time we invited birds indoors with the rest of us. Do your part and text Dirty Birdie to 3030 to donate a bird bath to 30 birdies. You can either be part of the problem or you can be with us, the Forest Foundation.
Let's try to extend the power lines.
This is the Mars official radio with
Can't
me,
do that.
Penna Masculine. Daniel has sent us a letter. I'll read it to you. Hello, Penham, and thank you so much for your show. I heard you talking about those unpredictable cravings you described. I've had similar experiences. Not with food, though. No, but I've noticed that my musical tastes have transformed. On Earth, I used to listen to Bach, almost exclusively. After I landed on Mars, my musical preferences have slowly gravitated towards the works of Mozart and Haydn. Now I can't stand Baroque music at all. I have no explanation to this phenomenon. Take care, Daniel. Daniel,
All
that
right,
does
from
sound
here.
like a similar experience. I'll have to investigate this further. In the meantime, more music.
I'll go ahead and extend these power lines directly to the taxi stand and see if that distributes power to the rest of that section there. And there we are. Let's see if that does it. Yeah, it did. Good, good. Now what's this? Nice house. How's the university doing? Still no students. I'm a bit disappointed. Oh, what the hell? Might have a bit of a problem here. Let me pause, take a look at the power distribution. Well, it says there isn't enough power. Alright, let's go ahead and add another advanced wind turbine along the banks of the river here. Yeah, right there. Unpause. Okay, I'm not sure if that worked or not, but let's pause the game one more time here. Try to move that turbine closer to the bank of the river. Yeah, right about there. Okay, good, good. See how South Meadowlark is doing over here. Nothing appears to be developing, except... Okay, this is something new. Alright, 4 adults live in that residence. 6 adults, 1 young adult, and 2 children live in that residence. 2 adults live here. 5 adults, 2 young adults, 1 teenager, and 1 child live there. But the area itself is not developing very quickly. I'm not sure. I wonder if I made the attempt too early in the game. Or just maybe too far away from the city proper, who can say? What the hell? No, here. Okay, that's a very high crime rate. That's what that indicates. Pause. How's the police station doing? Yeah, you see, this is where I can't quite figure it out. The police station is not overwhelmed. The South Max precinct, it doesn't have any criminals in the holding cell. There are only 2 police cars dispatched right now. So that begs the question, exactly why is that a high crime area? I'll have to figure that out later. Well, people are visiting the botanical garden, that's a good thing. But not a single student is enrolled in the university right now. Is that a cost I really need? I might need to cut back on expenses here. Now, I should mention, I'm still using the unlimited money cheat. But at the same time, it is still a bit concerning. Blackout. They're complaining about power. Well, as I was saying, even though I am using the unlimited money cheat, it's a little bit disconcerting to see that there is negative 9,535 in the treasury. I'm deep in the red right now. Yeah, this makes no sense over here. The high crime area here. Look at this. Crime rate is high. So would that indicate that the workers are actually... Well, who can really say? Okay, farmland isn't developing in this section yet. This district is dedicated for farm industry, specifically. And I've zoned the center sections here in light industrial, so farms should begin to show up any time now. This might call for another wind turbine. If they're complaining about blackouts, something's very wrong. Okay, is that on the bank or not? No, it's not. I want those to be as parallel as possible. Let me double check that. Okay, good enough. Are they evenly spaced, though? I'll stop worrying about it. Just build the thing. There. Yeah, that's good enough. What about the coal plant? How's that doing? Okay, maximum output, 40 megawatts. Coal stored for 8 weeks. Alright, unpause. Actually, you know what? Nothing is going to be developed along that northern edge. At least not until I extend the city limits. So let's go ahead and extend power lines from this house. No. Okay. Power lines from this point here on the north end of Walnut Street. That's not going to work. Is there another way I can do this? Maybe. No, no, no. Well, wait. There is one way I can do this I haven't thought of yet. Just move the station. This building must be constructed next to a road. That is next to a road. Yeah, okay, that's in the green now. Okay. Unpause. Let's see if that did anything. Okay, that solved that problem. Okay, I am nearing 3,000 residents in the town. Another abandoned building. What's this? Oh, they didn't have enough educated people or well-educated people to fill the jobs. That's what happened there. Okay. Demolish that. I'm not sure what to tell them. I've got a university right there. No one's enrolling in it. That's still zoned commercial. Something will be built in its place at some point, so... And after this empty residential area is filled up, I'll go ahead and move. that taxi station back to the center. How's South Banks doing? What about South Meadowlark? I'm curious. Okay, so the Sheriff's Department has 2 cars in use, but nobody jailed, so it's clear they are patrolling this far out. Let's see, how are the landfills doing? Not bad, not bad. Okay, North Banks is beginning to look like a fairly well-developed commercial district at this point. Something upgraded. Okay, that one upgraded. What about the university? Okay, there is 1 student enrolled in Zephyr Rapids Technical University right now. I'll take it. At least there's 1 student interested. That should bring more well-educated jobs into the city, so that's an important thing. We just need more. Unpause. Okay, I'm getting closer to the 3,000 mark. South Banks is not fully developed. Right now, only the southern section of South Banks is somewhat well developed. The border of South Banks is the west stretch of James Harvey Avenue here. And like I said, eventually this whole central portion between James Harvey Avenue on the west side and the railroad tracks right here is going to be my first high-density commercial and office building district. At least that's the plan. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out exactly, but I'll find out as this begins to develop further. What's this? Okay, a pickup truck owned by Julie Wilson. She is a cleaner at the coal power plant. Okay. And we have 1 taxi in queue. I would say everything is working fairly well right now.
The Brontosaurus. For millennia, these gentle and graceful giants
Almost reached
roamed the
3,000.
earth, grazing off the lush vegetation of the time.
What's this?
Their mere existence transformed the landscape and made a lasting impact on our world. It's that legacy that Dino Oil is proud to continue by using their eons-old dead bone goop to fuel your 5-door wagon, making it the oldest form of recycling there is. Dino Oil. Embrace the power of bones.
Gotta love those advertisements.
This is Mars Official Radio with Penna Masculine. I aim to please
Whoa,
your
what's
musical
this?
needs.
What's this? A dead person is waiting for transport. What the hell happened at the general store? Seriously? One of the workers died, I would think. I mean, look at that. There's 7 out of 8 workers available, so that's my best guess. Guys? Do I need to send the police there to investigate, or are they going to go there on their own? Fine, fine. Okay, it is worth noting I do have a cemetery, but it's all the way on the western edge of the city limits here. Currently there are 3 hearses in use. Somebody just died at the general store. That's pretty terrible. Alright, in-game it is May 19th, 2025. How many students are in the university? Alright, there's 2 students at the Zephyr Rapids Technical University right now, so that's a good start. Okay, 2,994 residents. North Banks is developing very nicely. Olive Plains is already very well developed. It's only the northern section that needs to fill out, so to speak. Taxi Depot. 4 taxis dispatched out of 25. What about the crime rate? Looks like they have 2 out of 20 criminals in the jail and 5 police cars dispatched. Considering this is the most densely populated district of the town, that actually doesn't surprise me very much. What about the library? 13 people are going there on a regular basis, so that's good, that's good. Who is going to pick up that body? Who should I call if no one shows up to pick up the dead? Yeah, that's a valid question. See you, man. Okay, that hearse. Alright, go back. But it's all the way on the other side of the city limits. That's a problem. Ah, dang it. Another abandoned building. What's this? Pause. demolish. Unpause. Somebody get over there and pick that up, will you? Okay, the population is above 3,000. That's good. Actually, I think I might know a way to solve this. Yeah, I do. That cemetery doesn't actually need to be right there. So what I'm going to do is this. I can't relocate it. Well, so much for that idea. Oh, come on now. Okay, this isn't funny anymore. Somebody died at the tennis court. Okay. Okay, okay. I'll build another one. Okay, I'll build a cemetery right here. That's going to take up a lot of space, but actually, you know what? No, let's not do that. I might be able to put it on the lower edge here. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that there. There. So I placed another cemetery at the southern edge of Olive Plains. That should help. Okay. I am satisfied with that, so... Now, there's no excuse for those bodies just to stay in one place for a month on end, like they have in-game. Alright, the industrial district, it's not... There hasn't been a very high demand for industry, but there has been a high demand for residential development. Okay, somebody picked up the body at the general store here. Alright, that's a good thing. What about the tennis court, though? I've almost reached the time limit for my recording. I'll just go ahead and wait to see if anybody picks up the deceased individual at the tennis court. Does somebody know how much this energy meter consumes? Alright, Zephyr Rapids is sitting at a population of 3,160 residents right now. It also has a whopping 120 megawatts of power distributed by all of the power plants in the city limits, so that should be enough electricity for now. Who is going to pick up that dead body? What is going on here? It's probably somebody who died of a heart attack or something. It's tragic, but we need services that can reliably handle this scenario. Alright, the northern third of Olive Plains is beginning to develop fairly well. I like that. North Banks. What do we have here? What's this? Another general store. Okay. South Banks is pretty much the same as it's always been. What about South Meadowlark? Very little to speak of, although it seems like a nice area. Alright, let's go to the opposite cemetery. And take one last look at the university here. 4 students. Alright, that's a very good start. There are 2 taxis in queue at the taxi depot here. Or the taxi stand, I should say. Has anybody picked up that body yet? Well, not yet. Alright, I think I'll call that a wrap. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Please keep an eye out for the next installment of City Skylines.